We're here. It's time for the OddsJam TV crew on a Friday afternoon. I'm ready to get with it today, boys.
Let's get it.
Let's get it on. Let's get it on.
Let's do it now, man.
Let's click those links below for the best sports books in your state. You don't want to be late to the party, do you? OddsJam Partner Program. Get that, baby. Share it with your friends. Get 20% of all the revenue generated from that link. I am so pumped up today, you just would not believe it. Like and subscribe. Come on, make it happen, folks.
Bob, you're a squirt.
Fill out the form below. In the description, get a personal one-on-one tutorial on how to make $2,500 a month sports betting. Mike, leave the comedy to me. Don't forget the Calendly links below for Mike and me. Or you can contact Mike at OddsJam.com, Bob at OddsJam.com. Or don't forget TikTok. Just got done making a TikTok video. It's a same game parlay in the Rangers and Yankees game. And it's going to hit, baby. OddsJam_nuts. We need people to follow. Also, the Discord link is below. Also, and you can join the group, all right? Hey, it's a Friday. Somebody's got to get y'all pumped up. I'm pumped up right now. I'm ready for everything that's coming my way today. I know what you guys are coming with. I know you guys are coming with a lot of Rangers. Okay? That's why I wore my Stanley Cup Blues shirt to fend off all the Ranger BS. But before we get to the NHL playoffs, let's get to the NBA playoffs last night. Oh, my God, what a fourth quarter by the Celtics.
I mean, I'm not surprised, right? Well, is Bob frozen or is it me?
Yeah, no, it's Bob. Bob froze again. He does this.
No, I mean, first of all, people talked shit to me yesterday on our stream saying, why does Steve like the Celtics? I mean, because I said, bet them to win the game at half when they were up 2. I mean, if you watch the game, like, they didn't play well at all in the first half and they were up 2, I mean, Tatum didn't play well, period, and they won by 15. If I'm a Warriors fan, I'm not feeling very good right now.
No.
Granted, yes, they were up 15 and they totally choked, which was a good sign for them. But, everything that I thought was going to be to the Celtics' advantage was so far. And, my plan was to just zigzag this whole series. I don't know if I really want to bet the Warriors game 2, to be honest. I don't know. I think, that gave the Celtics all the momentum. Now, the only thing is the Celtics have been extremely complacent off wins throughout these playoffs. So I can see them, laying an egg. They did what they had to do, steal home court. So we'll see. But I don't know. I mean, I'm feeling pretty damn good about my Celtics series bet as of now.
Yeah, I would be too. And it was obvious in that game last night, as you said, that the Warriors are in trouble. They're the Boston's more physical. Boston is stronger. Boston is just I know it's one game, but this was in Golden State, right? So this game being in Golden State, we expected coming in that Golden State would remain very dominant at home, and that was not the case at all. Boston looks like the superior team even on the road, and we know that Boston does not lose back-to-back games. It's going to be hard to beat them twice in a row. So Golden State, in my opinion, is in a lot of trouble, and this series looks, after one game, to be heavily in Boston's favor now.
Yeah, I mean, now I guess you can say, Boston shot the lights out in the fourth, but it was a close game. Besides the Warriors dominated the third as they usually do, and then the Celtics dominated the fourth. So the Warriors better win game 2, which I think they're going to find a way to do, or else it could be a sweep.
Yeah, very much.
Very well could be. All right, Jake. Thanks, Jake. Bob going sicko mode. Andre wants to know, Steve, are you dropping an article for the UFC card tomorrow? You got anything on it?
Man, I
think we lost Steve for a moment.
Yeah, we did. There's a lot of internet problems today, aren't there? All right. Don't know whether
evidently it's not just you, Bobby.
It's not me, Mike. It's not me. You're using the same internet I am, dude. Okay, it's the internet. All right, let's get to this NHL, the playoff game last night. By the way, how you looking with the Oilers right now? You enjoying how they're doing? Still think they're going to win this series?
No, I announced last night that on last minute betting that I was off of that train. The Colorado Avalanche shut them out and implemented some defense. Were much better defensively, and Edmonton, in my opinion, like I said, I think they win Game 3, but they're done. They're probably losing them 5. I mean, it could be a sweep.
I'm thinking it very well could be a sweep. If they're going to lose, if they can't beat a backup goaltender, you're done. I'm sorry. That Connor McDavid, you wanted to fly high on him and Draisaitl, they're done. They are nothing but offensive players. Once you stop their offense, they can't do anything else. Nazem Kadri is looking better than Connor McDavid. That's ridiculous.
Edmonton is they're in a lot of trouble. It's not just their offensive play was stale and a no-show last night, but their goaltending is bad.
Yeah, I told you, Mike Smith. Did I not tell you that at the beginning of the series?
Okay, but you also told me that Tampa Bay. So
there's only one game in the Tampa Bay series that's been played. Okay, Game 2 hasn't happened yet. Okay, right now. Okay, all right. Well, I'm going to share something with you. Okay, sure. You may not like it. You may like it. All right. Yeah. All right. So the Tampa Bay Lightning since 2020, and I know Randall's all over this. He thinks all the more reason to bet the Rangers. Okay. After a loss in the playoffs, are 18-0. Okay. And I need Steve. Steve's back. Steve needs to hear this. Okay. All right. You ready? The Tampa Bay Lightning, since 2020 in the NHL playoffs, after a loss, they're 18-0. All right. I know Randall's already told you about this. He got this info from me. Secondly, this you don't know. Okay. There have been 4 times that Andrei Vasilevsky has given up 6 goals in the playoffs. Every single next game, he shut the other team down, and the Lightning have won by more than 2 goals. And I'm putting it here right now. My bet of the day is Tampa Bay minus 1.5. I am writing that until it falls apart. Why wouldn't I? This is one of the greatest goaltenders to ever play in NHL playoff hockey. Why wouldn't I ride the guy? Vass has always been the man. Steve, what do you think?
Well, I mean, here's the thing. I mean, I'm not going to claim that I'm some hockey expert. I'm not. I just started watching the Rangers last series, but I am a sports betting guru. I am a line reading guru, and I would say that the fact that the Rangers dominated, and now they're an underdog again at home, that's a little bit of a red flag for me. Now, I think a part of it may be those stats, right? Like everyone's expecting him to bounce back. So, I mean, I already bet Rangers. I didn't know that. It wasn't a big bet. But I'm not feeling great about it. I'll tell you that, I think.
Okay.
Look, that's good. That's good information. And it's that is a factor because, this is most of the same team, most of the same players that have been there over this stretch. So it's definitely impactful. The only thing I can say to that, is the Rangers were no part of any of that. This is the Rangers, right? So
Right.
that they have nothing to do with what Tampa Bay did, 18 games series and all that. That has
Absolutely.
nothing to do with the Rangers at this point. You know what I'm saying? The Rangers have home ice. They're at home. They thumped in game one.
I'll give you
I
that.
expect a closer game, yes, but I don't think that I'm going to jump off the ship of the Rangers will win tonight, go up 2-0 like Tampa Bay game 3, and then game 4 we'll evaluate that. We'll see. We'll see. You know,
I
but
love
that-
the way you guys.
on that.
I love the way you and Randall have already got the Lightning losing the game, and it hasn't even been played. Guys,
So you have the Rangers losing and it hasn't been played. So what's the difference?
guys, I'm just picking Tampa Bay tonight. Okay.
Oh,
You're
and I'm just picking the Rangers.
Okay, let me ask you a question, Steve. Do you think coaching has any impact on sports? Just yes or no answer.
Generally, yes.
Okay. So John Cooper is the Lightning coach, and Gerard Gallant is the the Rangers coach. Now he did take Vegas to the Stanley Cup Finals. Okay, I'll give him that. Okay, but
That's all you'll give him.
John Cooper is one of the best strategical coaches and adjustment making coaches in the history of the game. He chewed his team's ass out early in the first round. I mean, was on their ass, gave them a dressing down. He's more like a Craig Berube, and you saw the impact Craig Berube had on that series with Colorado. Without Berube behind the bench, the Blues don't compete like they did. John Cooper is that kind of coach, and he's won back-to-back Stanley Cups.
I mean, I'll give you some of that. I mean, coaching is a factor, and yeah, I mean, even though the Blues lost, we shouldn't really be talking about them a whole lot. It is worth noting that I'm not taking a shot. I'm being serious. It is worth noting that I think it's safe to say they did a really good job on Colorado when you consider how Colorado's just handling Edmonton. Edmonton doesn't look like they have any chance of winning one game, let alone two. You know what I mean? And the Blues had a chance to win 3, and force a game 7. It didn't work out. But yes, the Blues did a great job. But once again, I think that this home ice that the Rangers have is somewhat of a factor. And I think it will continue to come into play, especially if the Rangers score first, Bob.
Okay, Steve, you can reply now.
Yeah. So, I mean, here's the thing. Tampa Bay back-to-back, Stanley Cup champions. They've seen and done it all, right, over the past 2 years. I think the under is a good play too, based on what you're saying.
Yes, I'm playing the under too.
Yeah, if that goalie's gonna. So I already bet Rangers. I'm just gonna bet Rangers every game this series besides game 3, unless they lose today. Then I probably would. But I think the under will be my biggest bet in this game. I think, based on what you said, I don't think Igor is going to allow many goals. He's just a stud, and if the Tampa Bay guy is as good as you claim, he can crack down.
All right, let me explain something to you right now. Early in the playoffs, I believe it was you that started the ripping on Shesterkin in the first series. I'm the one who told Randall and you that Shesterkin was a stud. You never knew that. You got back to me. So now I'm telling you, Vasilevsky is a winner and a Stanley Cup champion, and don't count him out. And you guys you guys are
nobody's counting him out.
You guys
I mean, I was like, I was actually going to bet Rangers alternate puck line, but for some reason, my stupid book only has -2.5, which is obviously way too high.
Really?
So, yeah. So, no, but it might be a good thing because, the thing is, though, we even saw it in the Avs game, game 1. To me, I think it's hard to win by 1 in regulation in hockey because of the empty netter. The Avs won. They had no business covering that puck line, but they did with 8 seconds left or whatever, So I think, if you like a team, it's worth sprinkling on the run line or the puck line in your favor minus, because if they win in regulation, they're probably going to cover that most instances, and the payout's insane. I mean, plus 290, that's
Right.
pretty sick.
Yeah.
But
So
I like that strategy. Just sprinkle a little bit on it. Put yourself in a position where you're coming out with profit made.
Exactly.
But if that puck line does hit, you killed it. So yeah.
And I didn't do it game one, which pissed me off. But I've been betting the Rangers either puck line or alternate puck line every game, and I haven't lost them yet because I started it last series, and every game they won by multiple goals. So
yeah.
Okay, but you haven't been doing it that long. Okay.
No.
Here's what I'm just going to tell you. Did I not tell you? And I said this: the winner of the Blues Avalanche series was going to be the Western Conference champion. I've said that.
I don't.
Colorado's going to the Cup Finals, but
yeah.
And you know what else? Colorado's probably winning the damn thing. Okay,
I think so.
They're the best team.
I think so.
I mean, when you bring in a backup goaltender with hardly any experience and you shut out the Edmonton Oilers with McDavid and Draisaitl, that says something really special.
But to be fair, what was his record on the year? Wasn't he like 15-5 or something?
So he's a kid.
Well,
he's a young guy with no experience.
Okay, but the team has played in front of him before, and I think that they trust him. And that allows them to lock in, man.
Colorado's the best team in the league. I hate Stan Kroenke. I hate seeing this. Colorado is the obvious choice to win the Cup.
Well, no shit, Bob. They're like even money right now.
Yeah, I mean,
they
are the obvious
about
choice.
Performance. Forget numbers. I'm just talking about performance, okay?
But Bob, you know yourself, we saw the Los Angeles Kings win as an 8 seed. Nobody expected that to happen. It happens I'm not going to say every year, but it happens a lot where a team that you just didn't necessarily think, but then when it happens, you're like, you know what? And it makes sense, when you look at what they did. The Rangers fit that model.
Okay, so Jay, this morning, trainer gave me another stat in this 18-0, which Tiger Woods says 18-0, and then says Tampa loses.
He's right.
Vasilevsky has 6 shutouts after losing a game in the Stanley Cup playoffs. Okay, so
and
he's a stud, man.
Yeah. And here's another point. So what was the score in game one? It was what, like
6-2.
6-2, right. The total wasn't adjusted at all, right? So I like that too,
Yeah.
So the book, the odds makers are very comfortable thinking that game one was an aberration, 5.5 is probably the appropriate line. So the under, I think is really solid.
I thought the under in the game one was the lean for me. If I were to have to go one way for game one, I would have thought the under, and it was really surprising that the over hit to me. So yeah, I think tonight there's no doubt the under's the big play tonight has got to be the under.
The big play tonight.
But if you're betting Rangers, good value on that money line at home.
Yeah, and there's real good value on the
You don't have to throw a bomb on it. You just want one nice little unit on that bad boy, and there you go.
The bomb has already been thrown. It's on the puck line, and if I lose it, it's a free bet.
What are those odds?
I got it at minus 195 or plus 195. It was plus 200 on Caesars.
I was getting ready to say, holy cow, minus 195, Bob.
You know what? Hey, Mike, you know what? I misspoke. Okay, don't jump over every mistake that I make. All right.
Joke. See, I'm joking.
Okay, I don't need no more. I've had enough.
Hey, to be fair, Bob, when we were trying to do parlays, to be fair, minus 195 wasn't out of the ordinary for you to throw at us. So let's not act like I'm way out of line here.
Neither was minus 2,000 that Randall threw. So
yeah,
that was quit giving me your BS. You can get plus 205 on Caesars and points bet plus 202 on FanDuel, but I had a free bet in BetMGM for plus 195, and I threw it on there because I also threw money on the money line. I believe Tampa Bay is going to win the game. If I'm wrong, hey, guess what? I've been wrong before. Okay. I made over 800 bets this year. I got 300 something losses. Okay. But I also have like 530 wins. Okay.
You're a degenerate. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Whatever you say. Whatever you say.
The truth.
We trust you.
I bet everything, every single video I put out, I bet every single thing that I said to bet. Okay. I put my money where my mouth was, and I was very profitable. Okay. So you guys can't say that. You haven't bet enough hockey. If you win this, all the more power to you, you know, praise and homage and all that kind of stuff. But bottom line is I really think that Tampa Bay is going to win. And, you know, I've been told before that the books know what the hell's going on. Okay. So why did they make Tampa a favorite? Don't people really think that the best team, the better team is, you just said that the first game was an aberration. You're absolutely right. The Rangers aren't a dominant team. They've not been a dominant team all year long. Okay. Florida ripped their asses, and you saw what Tampa did to Florida. So, you know, how,
I mean, yeah.
Like, but that's matchup. I mean, that happens though. You see that a lot, especially in hockey matchups and in the NBA as well. It's a matchup thing. Yeah. The Rangers sucked against the Panthers. The Lightning dominated the Panthers, but for some reason, the Rangers have had success against the Lightning. So that's just how it is. It's a matchup thing.
It's only 3 games in the regular season, guys.
Well, yeah, one was a shootout. I get that, but game one was pretty obvious that if the Rangers score first and they play their game, Tampa Bay is going to struggle, because you've forgotten to mention they're without their best goal scorer. In all honesty, their best player, Braden Point. So
I agree, but they can beat him without him.
Yeah,
no, they're not.
Go ahead, Steve.
Well, you know, and I'm a big fan of, you know, series or, you know, sports with series in the playoffs. So basketball, baseball, hockey, because there's such overreaction to one game, right? Like people, you know,
exactly.
Like NBA especially. So, you know, that's universal across all sports. So, you know, as much as I like the Rangers long term, I mean, I would be lying if I said everything that I use for handicapping wouldn't be pointing toward the, you know, the Tampa Bay Bucks this game.
The Lightning.
I know.
The Buccaneers.
All right, let me share my screen real quick. I want to throw something at you guys, and this is a strategy. Okay, I want to know an opinion on this, and I've already got it in my bet tracker, so I've already hit it this morning. And here's what I did. Okay, I took the Yankees. These were all positive EV plays, and you guys know I've done this several times. It's worked out quite a bit, but sometimes it doesn't. Okay, caught a -2, -2.5, and -3. Okay, run line. I put a unit on the -2. And I put a half a unit on the -2.5 and a -3. Steve, they're all 3 positive EV plays. Even if this one wins and the other 2 lose, I barely lose anything. Good strategy or not?
Yeah, so, you know, that's what we do in golf too. You know, we'll bet an outright. We'll bet a top 20. We'll bet a top 10. You know,
right.
With the odds, you know, just with the odds sort of fluctuating based on, you know. Yeah, so I'm a fan of that. I mean, it opens the door if you're wrong to lose your ass, but if you're right, you can really make hay. So I think I mean, I don't do it often, but you know, I think in certain select spots, it's a good strategy, and I like it there. So I think it's good.
So here's what I got. I want to give you an update on what's going on in the Memorial. Denny McCarthy is finished with this round. He was -3 today. He's at -7. He's in on top right now. Davis Riley, Cameron Young, Kyung Hoon Lee are -6. Riley is finished. Aaron Wise, Rory McIlroy is finished. He had -3. I actually have Rory in a top 10.
Nice.
Vegas, Cameron Smith, and Luke List are all -5. Cam Smith is even through 4 holes. Jonathan Vegas, and then I also have, Sun JM, and, we've got Zalatoris. We have all those plays are still in play. All right. But I got to ask you a question here. Jonathan Vegas is a guy that, man, I really want to bet this kid, but I can't figure him out because he's always got a round that screws up everything. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. Like, I don't think he has any wins on tour yet. I don't like betting guys like that who haven't won yet. I mean, he's been a good first round leader bet, actually. He might be a solid, top 20 maybe, even though he's kind of on the cusp there. I think the live odds are like +100. But no, I mean, if I had to bet right now, if I had to pick one guy to bet right now, I still say the best odds would be Zalatoris. He hasn't even teed off yet, and he's 22-1 live. Cam Smith's the favorite. He might win, but the only problem with Cam Smith is, his driver can get wild, and if you're not hitting the fairways, it's going to be hard to get low. So,
but Zalatoris' putter, and actually Zalatoris is through 2 holes, and he's even.
Is he?
Yes. And Shane Lowry's finished. He shot even today.
I know he was -3 for a while. Then
Zalatoris' putter fails him a lot.
No, for sure, and that's what it'll always come down to with him. That's the only reason why he doesn't have 2 majors. I mean, don't forget, he was runner-up in the PGA. He was runner-up in the Masters.
And he made the big long putt in the PGA. Other than that, I thought his putter sucked for the most part.
Oh yeah, like he has like the yips on the short putts. Like he misses a lot of putts under 10 feet, which is not a good fit for this course. But his ball striking is just unbelievable.
Oh, I agree 100%.
Yeah. So I don't know. I mean, I like Zalatoris. I mean, if you didn't bet it, I mean, he's like 22. I think. I mean, that's a little bit worse than we got. But as anyone who's within 3-4 strokes, end of the day today, well within contention for the weekend.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And it looks like that number, unless somebody gets hot, maybe it goes to -9. Somebody can get hot and get up there. Cameron Young is surely capable, although I really don't know a whole lot about him, but he sure did look good in the PGA for a while. But
3 consecutive top 5s. I mean, he's been as hot as anybody.
Yeah, I know. Pretty crazy. Let's see. Schauffele, he finished at +1 today, so he's -1 for the tournament. A little disappointed in him. Neiman is even right now. He's -1. He's early in his round. Morikawa is -1. He's even for the day. He's on hole number 3. Hovland is even for the tournament and +1 for the day. He is finished. Very disappointed in him. Expected a hell of a lot more out of him.
Me too. I know.
Don't think that Patrick Cantlay is just going to go away quickly, okay? He's only through 3 holes. He's even for the tournament. He could very well shoot a 3 or 4 under and put himself in contention. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah,
you don't believe that.
I mean, he just not in good form. There's nothing that makes me think that he will, but I mean, he certainly can. He won here last year.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, game 2. Are we all in agreement on game 2? Because the Warriors' backs are against the wall. You think they're coming back and making a series out of this, guys, or do they go down 0-2?
No, I mean, if you bet it, I don't think you can bet the Celtics, just because the Warriors did dominate that game for the most part, and I listened to the entire press conference. I really get a lot of pleasure out of watching Curry just be depressed.
Oh boy, you're mean.
More than any money that I won, seeing that little bitch pout on the sideline, that really made me happy. No, but Kerr's a great adjuster. He'll make adjustments. The Warriors weren't concerned. They had a terrible fourth quarter. And Boston's just been too complacent, right? So and will Horford have 26 again? I would say no chance. Will Derek White shoot that well? I would say no. Will Tatum be better? He better be. But yeah, I think -4. That's. I mean, for me though, the problem is my power ratings make the Celtics the favorite, but you can't just blindly trust those in the finals because it's too much zagging. So I mean, I'm going to bet the Warriors, I think, and if they lose, I'll just be extremely happy because the series will be over. And Curry, that little bitch, will be just his legacy.
I will win too in Boston.
All right, Mike, go. What's your thoughts? And then we got to go.
Yeah, I like Golden State to bounce back because coming into this, I thought this would be a good series, a back and forth series. We kind of assumed we would see that blow for blow type. So yeah, Golden State has to win at home. There's no way you can lose the first two at home in a building where you were 9-0 coming into last night. I don't see it happening. I think this thing's tied up at Boston, going back to Boston, and yeah, that's my feeling.
I'm with you guys. Oh, see, I'm gonna tail you on this. I'm not tailing you on the Rangers, okay?
Hold on a second. Andre asked the question again. Since you got cut off, I'll ask you again. Will I be dropping UFC article?
He wants to know if you're going to drop a UFC article for tomorrow's card.
Not on OddsJam, but I'll drop it. I'll drop my picks on my Twitter page.
Okay.
It's not a great card, but I may have one or two bets. So.
Okay. All right. Steve P. Betts. Go there at Steve.
Yes. Follow him on Twitter.
Joey agrees with Mike. You're one of the few, Joey.
No, Mike's spot on. I mean, yeah. I'll give the Warriors a mulligan for that game, even though I fully expected them to lose.
All right, so look. That's
a win-win. If they lose, we get to watch Curry. He doesn't get to do his rocking crap.
Exactly.
That's OddsJam TV. Mike and I will be back later on. Andre says, gotcha. Thanks, Steve. We'll be back at 6:30 Eastern, 5:30 Central Time for last-minute betting. And in between the first and second period of tonight's game, I'm sure if the Rangers are winning, I'll see Randall.
Oh, you'll be hearing it, bro.
Oh, yeah.
I won't be missing tonight.
You better hope they get out to a lead. I said before. I said it all along. When the Rangers get out in front, they're tough. When they have to come from behind, it's a whole different story. You watch Tampa Bay tighten up today. Victor Hedman, baby, gonna score a goal. Anytime goal scorer. Oh, you know what? Closing line. My closing line is Tampa Bay wins. How about that, guys?
Okay.
Goodbye.